Your employees are members. This relationship is built on trust. We have done every single thing you asked.
Union members got riled up, then they went silent. A contentious city council meeting. Jobs are on the line. We'll flesh it out.
He's a jackass.
No. I'm sorry, Mr. President. Tell us what you really think about Kanye West. And another water main break. But the funny thing, this one's right in front of a DWP building. Oh, it is just dripping with irony. The filter flows on right now. We talked about it last night, and there were fireworks today. Irate city workers let the city council have it. In June, the mayor and city unions reached a plan to allow 2,400 city workers to retire early, but the mayor miscalculated. He says getting them off the books would not close a $405 million budget shortfall. It was his idea, and if the city council approves it, he's going to veto his own idea. Negotiators for the city and unions found another $60 million in budget savings that they thought was enough. The mayor's budget advisors think it'll hardly make a dent. The new plan is to lay people off and furlough others, an utter and total mess. The union's position, a deal is a deal. The mayor's people say things have changed. Our contributors tonight, political activist and producer Melissa Rivers and PhD of social ethics, Charlotte Laws. Charlotte, I'll start with you. Is it ethical for the mayor to go back on a handshake deal?
Well, I think it is if it's not in the best interest of the city. And the truth is the unions want this deal to go through. So we know it's probably not good for the city. The unions are like leeches. They've been sucking the city dry for a very long time. They have a stranglehold on not only on Los Angeles, but on the state of California. And I think what we need to do is we need to get our budget in control. We need to fire people if necessary, 1,000 employees. We need to maybe close city government every Friday if necessary. And we need to stop hiring police officers. We need to do what we need to do to get our feet back on our ground and stop letting the unions bully us around.
I don't think the unions are going to like that, Melissa. I'll tell you.
You know, what a shocker. The whole thing's a shit show. I mean, come on. Wow. No early retirement or you guys can get laid off. There is no winner in all this. This is one of those problems where it's like we're in a recession. There's problems. California is just... You know, the wheels are falling off if they have not fallen off the car fiscally for the entire state as well as the city. The city council has made one horrible decision after the next. Villa-Gross is on vacation. No one's right, no one's wrong. Everyone needs to stop. And the fighting is just taking up more time. I mean, I want to know, are the union officials who are sitting in that 5.5-hour meeting and the city officials on the clock? I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Well, Bernard Parks came to a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and he said that it really was the unions that was the problem and the reason that we have the budget problems we have in the city and in the state. And he says that the politicians, when they run for office, the unions give money to one politician in the election, and they say that you have to vote with them 100%, otherwise they don't back you. And so when the politician gets elected, then they owe things to the unions, whereas business gives money to all sides, and that's part of the problem. Business needs to be a little bit more careful with how they give out their dollars, and they need to get compliance from the politicians and say, you know, be on our side 100% or you're not going to get our money. And that's maybe how to straighten out the situation, according to Parks. And I agree with Parks on this issue.
All right, let me take the last word. Melissa, let me get the last word here so we can move on, because I'm hearing what Charlotte says, and it seems quite simple to me. They need the unions. Once they get there, they want to break the unions. They don't need the unions anymore. Let's move on. All right, here is something that might put a smile on your face, maybe. How about less state taxes? You could actually pay less. That is, if the legislature jumps on board a proposal by the Commission on the 21st Century Economy. State income tax would be fixed. 2.75% for a married couple making up to $56,000 a year. 6.5% for those making more. So how will the state get its money? The commission would create a wide-ranging business tax that would encompass virtually every corner of California capitalism, including the service sector. Are you aware of the fact that lawyers, engineers, business consultants are currently not taxed? Such businesses are viewed as growth industries. Under the proposal, the new business tax would provide 56% of state revenue. Pay less taxes, I'm in. But the Democratic lawmakers may not be. Melissa, what would you say to those who vote against this idea?
What, you don't want to tax your lawyer? I mean, come on. It's just absurd. First of all, we need to close all the loopholes that everybody and every major corporation keeps running through. If I have to pay taxes, everyone's got to pay taxes. I'm a proponent of this particular incentive because it's ridiculous as a business consultant that you don't have to pay taxes. I mean, we all find ways to deduct enough. Nobody likes doing it, and everybody should have to. It's just, you know, I got to say, I think it's a great thing.
I love this flat tax idea.
And yeah, go after the businesses.
Yeah, you know what? I love this flat tax idea. I don't know why one must pay more than the other, Charlotte.
I hate the flat tax idea.
Why?
You know, we have businesses leaving this state in huge numbers. They did a study, and they found that California was third from the bottom as far as being business friendly. Only New Jersey and Washington, D.C. were worse. We're going to end up losing businesses in the process, more businesses than we already have. It hurts independent contractors, individuals like hairdressers or artists or writers or real estate agents. Think about a commission, you know, on top of the fact that they're going to tax you personally, an independent contractor is going to have to pay 4% of the money they make off their service to the state. So a real estate commission, for example, is 5%, which is split up between 2 companies and 2 agents. Now, all of a sudden, 4% has to go to the state. What are they going to do? They're going to have to raise that to 9%.
Come on.
And the regular person is going to end up paying
Oh
for that.
my God, they're going to have. They're going to have to pay taxes on work just like I do.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Now, here's the thing. First of all, I don't think the rich should carry it for everybody. I like this flat tax idea, and Charlotte, please.
I like the fair tax. The fair tax is what we should be talking about. That's the way to do it.
But wait a minute. Don't sit here and tell me real estate agents who have to split their commission. Are you telling me if we had a real estate license and the market was good, we'd all quit and sell real estate? That job, are you kidding me? You're stealing money.
I'm saying it's also going to hurt regular people, though, because regular people are going to end up paying more. It's going to hurt property values when it comes to rental property.
How are regular people going to end up paying more? Now, I get your point about business. That I'll buy. How are regular people going to end up paying more?
If you have to pay 4%, okay, for example, you have a 5% commission that the homeowner is going to pay. 4% of that has to now go to the state. You have 1%. You're spending thousands of dollars on advertising. You can't do it for 1% anymore. So now you're going to raise the commission to 9%. That's what the homeowner is going to have to pay in order to close the transaction. Then you're going to have rental property that's not going to be selling because you don't have the write-offs you had before. So guess what? There's more glut of property on the market, more foreclosures, and all the regular people in the neighborhood, their property values are going to plummet. It's going to hurt regular people.
Oh my God.
It's hurting businesses, independent contractors, small businesses, and regular people.
Yeah, my heart's breaking for all the realtors driving around Beverly Hills in their Mercedes sedans.
The average real estate agent makes $40,000 a year income. That's the statistic.
What is it, Charlotte?
$40,000 a year. They're not always wealthy. There's a very small percentage of real estate agents who make a lot of money.
What are you talking about? The people that sell Pacoima? 40 grand a year in a good market? Come on.
I'm telling you, that is
they can make 40 grand in one big house.
You know what? So they're going to take out one less bus stop ad. You know, again, it's got to be. I mean, we were arguing over pennies on the dollar. The rest of us, I mean, I'm out there, you know, as a single mom, busting my hump, supporting a lot of people. And I'm asking, I get nailed for daring to ask for a flat tax, and my hairdresser's bringing home more than me. You know, and he's working one job a day.
Charlotte,
the studio's paying for it.
Charlotte, you get the last word. You got 20 seconds. Go.
The fair tax would be great because what you would do is you would only have a sales tax. You would abolish the IRS. If you're a low-income person, you get a check for $3,000 per year to cover your basic needs, and it would help with people saving money. It would take power away from the legislators in order to manipulate the tax codes. It means that illegal occupations, you know, drugs or whatever, would be taxed. It means illegal immigrants would be paying tax. There's so many reasons why that's a better way to go. Just increase the sales tax and abolish the IRS.
All right, let's move on now. Let's move on.